cash is real. The stakes are high. They bet big. They win big. They lose big. High stakes live action poker. Live at the bike.
That is.
Yeah, so there's a benefit.
And they're putting a $2,500 bounty on your head. What kind of adjustments would you make if you were a bounty?
I actually talked this strategy over with someone who was a bounty, and basically you just...
This is where Oasis is great, by the way. It's one of the reasons why I always do a football survivor pool with him, because he's great at game theory. He always wraps his head around whatever the possibilities, strategic, and so forth and so on. Get a raise here from Barry to 250 out of the small blind. Continue, sorry.
Yeah, you basically got to be shoving more with a value range, but you can shove a little bit wider. Like, you can be 3-bet shoving ace-9 for value in certain spots where you might not if you didn't have a bounty on your head, because you know you'd get called by king-10.
You can get called by worse because, especially if they've got you covered, and they've got chips. If they've got a significant chip, like if they have 80 big blinds and you only have 25 big blinds, they're going to call you fairly light with the chance of possibly breaking you and winning $2,500.
Yeah, and then when you do make a big hand, you should try to play like a big pot or get dealt a big hand, because people want to peel flops against you, want to peel turns, whatever.
Makes sense.
Call your all-ins. So you basically are bluffing less, bluffing big less, but then getting a ton of value.
Let's get to this hand here because it's interesting here. Barry with top pair and the ace of hearts in his hand. Danconia open-ended with the queen of hearts. And if he thinks his queen of hearts is good, he's got a lot of value. Hard to know what exactly he thinks. Josh here with, well, he's got a gut shot, but with no diamond, with no heart in his hand, you imagine his hand will hit the muck.
Well, it's tough for Danconia to fold here. He has position on Barry as an open-ender. And a second now flush draw. I mean,
that's what I mean. If you think your queen of hearts is good, you can really put a lot of pressure on a king.
You can contemplate raising, and that's not really in Danconia's MO. And look at that. He's pulled back a couple 1K chips. Usually that's indicative of sizing a bigger bet.
I mean, if Barry's got ace-king here without the ace of hearts, really, really difficult for you to continue on against Danconia. And Danconia playing his image. And there's the raise, and I like it. I mean, it turns out in this one spot that Barry's got the ace of hearts, and it's not going to work, but I like it. I wonder now if when Barry calls this, and Barry's going to at least call.
So Mo's folded, by the way.
Yeah, when Barry calls this, if he does Danconia have it in him to barrel the deuce of clubs, the 5 of clubs? Or is he going to shut down?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
I'm not intrigued by, like, if a card comes off, because, I mean, if a 9 comes off or if a heart comes off, that doesn't intrigue me. I want to know if a blank comes off, what he does.
Yeah, and most of the time a blank will come off. So
can Barry do anything but call?
You know, because it's Danconia, I think you have to call. I think Danconia's raising range, it's like this is the absolute worst hand. I think a lot of it is like 2 pairs, sets, and flushes.
That's what I mean. I mean, and Barry's got the ace of hearts in his hand, so you know Danconia is not doing this with, like, just ace X of hearts.
Exactly. So Danconia's not doing it with, like, ace-jack with the ace of hearts or something. Oh, Barry going all in.
Yeah, and this is going to work, but it's a bad play by Barry Woods, I think. I agree with you.
Now, maybe Barry thinks he can get Danconia to lay down a small flush. Like, if Danconia had 7-6 of hearts. This is a lot of money. That's $10,000 that Danconia has to call off.
No, I understand that. Do you think Danconia is tanking here, but he always tanks and is going to fold. There's no way he's calling. So Danconia just likes to waste our time sometimes. I love the guy, but yeah, he wastes our time. If you think are you getting Danconia to fold a set of tens?
No, I don't think Danconia is going to fold a set.
Okay, do you think Danconia ever folds like 5-4 hearts?
Yeah, I think he's more likely to fold that hand than a set, because a set can improve if you're wrong, whereas 5-4 can't improve.
Yeah, I mean, does he think Barry is playing like? Does he think Barry is playing the ace high flush or the queen high flush hard, like this fast? Would he move all in?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question.
I mean, would he move all in? Would he go 800, 2100, all in for 12K if he had ace high flush or the queen high flush?
Yeah, you're right. Danconia probably shouldn't be folding a flush to this kind of play, because Barry could actually show up with a set.
Jesse, you don't have your mic on, but I'm going to ask a thumbs up or thumbs down. Do you think, the way this one played out, do you think Danconia is ever folding a better hand than ace-king right now? He's never in there with king deuce. Remember, Banconia called a raise.
So maybe King 10 is what Jesse says. Yeah, King 10's probably. Yeah, but is what Jesse just said, is Danconia ever raising King 10 too on the flop?
Yeah, I don't know if he is. That's the thing. I don't even know if Danconia is. I mean, I think Danconia's raising range in the flop is very polar. I think when he raises here, he's got a hand like Queen Jack of Hearts, like this one, or he's got a made hand, like a real made hand, like I'm talking about a flush already.
Yeah,
possibly a set.
Wow, Danconia
he's just tanking,
crushed.
folding,
and he calls. He calls. He thinks Barry has just. I don't even know.
What? Like, even if Barry just had the ace of hearts, how do you call this?
He is a 13% equity.
How do you call this?
Are they running it once or twice? I don't know right now. Looks like they're talking about
how
we have a $25,000 pot.
If Danconia had king queen with the queen of hearts, okay. If you think your opponent's got the ace of hearts alone, but even if your opponent just had the ace of hearts, you're not really you're behind that. You're crushed by the ace of hearts.
So they're talking business, and I don't know.
Well, first of all, my apologies for the fact that I thought he was tank folding. He tank called. How do you call this?
I mean, he's just hoping that Barry has
what?
Maybe a set. Maybe he thinks he has odds against a set. He doesn't even.
He doesn't have odds against the set.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh my
God.
God.
He called 10,000.
Well, Danconia needs a 9 or an ace.
Yeah,
that's not a heart.
No, a 9 or an ace. That's not a heart. Exactly. He's got 6 outs. He's in really bad shape. They're going to run this twice. There's a queen. Well, he can catch another queen now. Oh, and there's a 9, but it's the heart. And Scoopy for Mr. Woods. Scoopy McDoopy.
Wow. And man, I wish Jesse's mic was on right now.
He turned it over, and I wonder if the people at the table are like, huh?
They have Danconia's hand up. It is up.
What does he have?
No,
can we get
the entire table sees it?
Is it Queen Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. And this is
yeah.
Thank you. This is the entire. He just got stacked by Barry Woods. Oh, good. Jesse's back on. Can we put Jesse back on? Jesse, what the hell just happened?
I don't know, man.
Jesse steps out.
The tightest player at the table just completely blew up. Explain this.
Yeah, that call off was weird. You can't. I mean, even against like ace 8 with the ace of hearts, I don't think we're getting the right odds.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, okay, let's think of Barry's shoving range. The pot was, I want to say 10K plus 2.1 plus 8. So the pot's say 13,500, 10,000 to call. You're getting 1.3 to 1. Okay? Think of the range of hands that Barry Woods has. Remember, he was the pre-flop raiser. The range of hands. Think of the worst hand that he has there.
Well, actually, you're getting 1.5 because there's 25 now. But
no. But 12,000. 2 of those 1,000 was Woods that he didn't have covered. So it's only the real pot's only 23,000.
He had to call 10 more, and the pot was
23.
Oh, you're saying
because Barry actually shoved for 12. He only had 10.
Okay.
So it was actually the pot was like 13 and a half.
Wow.
13 and a half, 10 to call.
Yeah, because like here's the problem is even his semi bluffs that are like it's like ace jack, so you never have more than like 0, 6, like 9 outs or something like that. Like even like ace jack with the ace of hearts has your jack covered.
Let me say, so best case scenario.
Or sorry, your queen.
The best case scenario, maybe you've got 9 outs, maybe you've got 35% equity.
Yes. No, but then Barry can turn you dead.
No, I know that, but I'm saying, but best case scenario, even if you saw Barry Woods' hand, and he had like ace, like the best case scenario is Barry Woods has like, let's say Barry Woods has ace deuce with the ace of hearts, or ace 4 with the ace of hearts. Mm-hmm. What's your equity versus that hand?
You're a dog. You have queen high.
Yeah. I don't think you're over. Let's see. You have 3 aces, 3 9s, and your jacks and queen, 2 jacks and 3 queens, and he's got redraws. I don't know. You're probably like 38 or 40% or something.
And he was getting 1.3 to 1.
Absolutely.
That's the best
case scenario.
Worst case scenario, by the way, you're already up against like ace king of hearts or something like that, where the guy's got some of your outs too.
You're doing okay versus set. I think you're probably like 40 to 42% versus set.
Okay.
I'm